what he brings to the choir and what he gives you in return is something so special that I don't think anyone else can do it.
One of the most generous human beings in giving of himself.
He knows exactly what he wants. He comes in, he is ready to go.
I've listened to choirs that he's conducted and they're wonderful. And so I think it's an honor to work with him.
He's full of passion. He's just such a passionate person. He has everybody right in the palm of his hand.
He's just so intense, caring and perceptive to everything that goes on. I would love to have just half of that. It's just amazing.
Probably the finest teacher of choral singing that ever walked the face of this earth.
We have this really special opportunity to have Paul Salamunovich on our campus to work with our students to prepare and conduct the Lawrence and Lux Aeterna and the Duruflé Requiem. I had heard about Paul, all my life growing up as a choir person in Texas, and for 3 years I worked as an intern with Paul with the LA Master Chorale. He has a very specific choral tone that plays in his mind. And I think you can, after you've been with Paul for a while, you can hear a recording of his choir, and then 2 beats, it's Paul's sound. And he's unrelenting in getting that sound.
I want you to be singing already, and I opened up a door. Listen. I was already singing. When you make an entrance, be falling, your voice will catch you. You notice I will not give you vertical beats when I bring you in. Wait for me. You understand? It's a commitment. It's like graceful walking. What is walking but falling on your face, but your foot goes out there and catches you? You have faith that your foot will catch you. In this case, your voice catches you. God. There was no talk of music in my house ever. A young priest came to the parish as an assistant, and he had an avocation for music, and he started a boys' choir. And we were taught nothing but Gregorian chant. And that's the foundation of the tone that I work with, comes from the male falsetto.
He bases everything on chant. And if you watch him conduct, he's conducting like this. There's no real pattern, which we were warned about, but it's still very easy to follow, actually. It's not as hard as I thought it would be.
To me, it's a sympathetic tone, it seems, is a good word to describe it. It's a very warm tone, but it also creates a lot of overtones, which is just wonderful.
Describe the tone, it stays away from the gruff chest tone. And it floats, it is buoyant, it is spiritual, it is awesome. Sing. That's the sound I want. Can you do it alto? Sing. Oh, don't, quick before they lose it. 2 bars before they come in, and.
He certainly does not want any screeching, any edgy type of tone. He's also very cautious about vibrato. I'm not sure that he ever says sing straight tone, but he makes us aware when the vibrato becomes out of control, and he fixes it instantly.
Don't let it show. You see, what I'm hearing, everyone, is motion, then you come to a long note. Vibrato, you came and only started doing this. No, it means I'm through. I think I'll stand here and shake. No. I want to hear the inevitability of that note. I always say, make the music move. And one of my favorite gestures is to move the hand horizontally. And the minute they're holding a note and you pedal around with chords and they're holding one tone, there is a wonderful spin that takes hold. Intensity and oh, I love that sound again. Yes.
There's a lot of people in the choir who are anti-straight tone, but it's so neat because everybody's running out of rehearsal and they're like, that sounded so cool.
Everything was so different. There were sounds that I was making today that I didn't even know I could make, you know? And as a choir, I know today that there were sounds we were making that we have never made before. He moves with the singers. And so I know exactly when to breathe with him. I know exactly how he wants the sound to come out by the way that he moves his hands. And there's no clear, I mean, from here to here, it's all breath. And you really have to let yourself go.
Now hold back the ta-ta tempo.
It's we're all in this body together moving as one sound. And so you really have to trust.
Come on.
You have to trust him, you have to trust each other.
Don't change your quality. Start growing without changing the quality. I said, really? Not, I know that, and hit it. You hear it now? That's the sound I want. Be a professional. Say, if that's the sound you want, here it is. I'm always going to the full form of the initial vowel. And I kidded the choir, and I said, you know how they lay people out? I says, mine is going to be, they understand what I'm talking about. They think it's hilarious. This is the way I want you to look. I think that I have explained everything that I wanted quite clearly, visually demonstrated in every shape, showed them my gestures, and they have achieved it. And on the second day, when they forget, I tend to get angry. I won't. I can do like you can, but you can't do as I can. Listen to me, Mom. Listen to that big voice of mine. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm sticking out for you. Why I get angry is because the majority of the choir is doing it beautifully. It's being spoiled by a few individuals. And sing. Did you shake your head? I did for you. I remembered and you didn't. Sing.
I like to be pushed. I like to be challenged. But there would be some times he would just come in and, wreck us over the coals.
Was it? I heard that tenor again.
Very nervous when you hear Paul Salamunovich say, one of you tenors is singing wrong, and I would come seek you out if you were my tenor.
The tenors sound like a vocal studio choir. Isn't that right, altos? Can you hear them taking over the choir? How are they taking it? By volume? By their quality of their voice. I'm a soloist!
The other graduate assistant that's standing next to me were just like, okay, who is it? Okay, who is it? Who can we tell? We'll pass the note to so-and-so and see if it is.
Don't be in love with your voices when you sing this. Will you stop it now? Now.
It's a little humbling. On stage we're always blonde and we're the divas and we like to do what we like to do, but we really do have to sacrifice a lot and compromise a lot.
I think it teaches you, to sacrifice a certain amount of yourself and a certain amount of your ego to become a part of the ensemble.
At my level, this is not opera. This is not my big debut. It's not about me. It's about the music, and it's not even about the conductor.
I liked it. He's the demanding father figure. I can see why Dr. Hightower worships him.
He comes on strong, but then again, it's not a passive result either that he gets. It's a very emotionally charged and connected kind of result. The singers come to respect him so quickly because he demands so much of them and gets such incredible artistic results.
Did their sound improve? Exactly. It's human nature. Pretend the audience is right here. That was gorgeous. One more time. Think about how you perform in music. And I use the example to these people that they are actors and storytellers when they sing. And I said the thrill of a lifetime is to have a little child on your lap. They hold the Dr. Seuss book, whatever book it is, and the page is open and you get very close to their ear and look over their shoulder and read what's there with warm breath and we have great meaning, and their little hands start rubbing the picture. It comes to life. That is a glorious moment in time. You don't need music. That child is just a wonderment for them. But the audience they are our children, and we have to reach them individually, and we have to mean it. They have to sense our integrity and honesty, artistic truth.
I have never experienced this music in a way that he has had us experience it over the last 2 days. I mean, when you put it all together, it's overwhelming experience.
Every rehearsal, he manages to make me rediscover my passion for music. Just fascinating just to watch him. Even if I wasn't even singing, just to stare at him. What is he gonna do next?
More. Yes. More.
I've been worried that I'd start crying while I was singing because he's so passionate. And I'm like, no, can't do that. Stay focused, stay focused.
We tend to put conductors like on a pedestal where they're above the rest of the group, but he's become part of the group as the conductor. And I think that's how he accomplishes what he's trying to do in bringing the group in, that he just makes himself human.
I can't sing anymore because I had nodules at age 35. Now choral conducting became really serious because, as Roger Wagner told me at the end of his life, and he heard a concert, he says, "Paul, you make them sing the way you sang." So they do the singing for me. I now become a singer again through them. That is the spirit of it.
He's so just regular, down to earth. There's no pretense with him at all. You wouldn't imagine you're with one of the greatest conductors in the world. You know, you can think of somebody who is confident and then somebody who is egotistic, right? And he is the confident. You know, he's the humble musician in a way. He serves the music. It's not about him. And I love that about him.
I just count it all joy to have such a great artist come and work with the choir and take it to the next level. In fact, I think it's sad that more people don't take advantage of that opportunity, especially with these choral giants like Paul.
What drives me in these clinics is I want them to experience what I've experienced. And one of my favorite remarks I've used is that I have been to musical mountaintops, and I want to go again, but I can't go without them. I need these people. They're the instrument to help me get there. I can't go alone. I don't know what I would do if I just stopped. I'll just keep going as long as I can. Because if I have anything to give to other people in some way, help them spiritually, we have to help them, particularly in the secular world of today. They need beautiful, beautiful music, beautifully rendered, to believe what is happening.